Greetings and welcome to episode 29 of Change Your Focus, a mindfulness podcast designed to inspire and center you. I am Dr. Aiko-Douglas, your host, transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to empower you to transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I also encourage you to be mindful of the products you use on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. As you all can see, we had some technical difficulties last night, so we did not go live. But here I am, bright and early. Happy rise, rich rise to you all. Thank you for being here with me. Again, this is the fourth episode where I've been going live and learning the equipment, right? So last night we had some sound issues. And so I appreciate you for one, letting me know, and two, for showing up in the rise to engage and be mindful with me. So let's get right in. Today's episode is about success. Now, I invite you to contemplate this quote by attorney, author, and former First Lady Michelle Obama. Success is only meaningful and enjoyable if it feels like your own. When I began to define success for myself, it was a time where you would have thought my life was great. On the outside looking in, I'd achieved 2 degrees and graduated with high honors from college. I had a great career in finance. I lived in a nice condo in the city with my former husband. I was in a leadership role at my church. Then at age 30, I realized I had most of what I thought I wanted and wasn't fulfilled. And to be honest, I was depressed, which I've shared that story right here in this space with you all. I wasn't happy. And I began to wonder, what success is this? Rather, whose success is this? And so because I wasn't happy, it didn't feel like my success. I was like, if this is success, then why doesn't it feel like it, right? I decided like I was too young to not love my life, to love what I was doing every day, to not feel enthusiastic and motivated to wake up and show up and do what I was created to do, right? And so I remember thinking, one, I'm too young to be feeling this way if I have my whole life ahead of me. And I never wanted to feel that way again. So I slowly began living life on my own terms, becoming more aware and conscious of the decisions I made based on their alignment with my core values. And I've also shared this with you all in this platform, right? That I had to do the thing that I help my clients do now, right? Really make mindful decisions on a daily basis that align with who you are, who you desire to become, and what you most value. So, going back to these core values for me, inner harmony, right? This peace within, this stillness that no matter what chaos is going on outside of me, I do have the control, the wisdom, the emotional intelligence, right? To feel the emotions, not react out of them or in response to them, right? Which I've also shared that episode, right? And really just having peace with whatever is occurring within me and also that is out of my control, right? So that's very important to me as I began to learn and cultivate this inner harmony is when I really began to build a beautiful, harmonious relationship with the world around me. That's the people, the environment, everything, right? And I say this quote a lot, but as I become right with me, I become right with the world. And that is the same for you. As you become right with you become right with the world. So if there is anything that doesn't feel harmonious in your life, look at the disharmony within. So the next core value, authenticity for me, and we talk about my journey with that, right? How I learned how to feel comfortable, love and like myself enough to be me regardless, no matter what, in any situation. And before then, I did a lot of people pleasing and performing, right? Being who I thought others wanted me to be versus just being myself and knowing that I'm good enough. If you like me, great. If not, that's fine too. So, authenticity, really deeply core value, right? So, then openness, another core value of mine, knowing that as I open my mind, my heart, and my spirit to life, the world around me, other perspectives, other ways of doing things that are also right, um, life became so much more liberating. I became more enlightened and I expanded, right? In so many ways, just being open, it's allowed me to travel the world, experience new things that I would have never thought just by being open, open to what the universe decided to bring my way. So, another core value, they're going to be five, by the way. So, we're on four. Connection, really harnessing the connection within that I have to me and divine within me. And then the connection with all that is, right? All that is in this earth. So that's animals, that's Mother Earth herself, the cosmos. I am connected to all. And once I acknowledge that connection, feel it, and most importantly, honor it, OMG. It is the most beautiful, harmonious, delightful serendipity type of feeling. It's amazing, really knowing that I'm connected to all, right? So my cat Queen Cuddles, there's beautiful bonding that happens. And I'm so glad that she came to me in this phase of my life when I actually know that and have actualized my connection to all. And that is a beautiful thing as well. It's helped me relate better to all people, no matter what our differences are. Just knowing that we are connected, all in love, right? What we all are, what it all is, what divine is, what divine created us to be. So that connection. And then last, my fifth core value, pleasure, right? Knowing that, again, going back to this people pleasing, I can be myself. I don't have to put others before me. This pleasure of prioritizing me, what feels good for me. And once I feel my optimum, my best, then I can give the best, right? So no longer operating out of that people pleasing and self sacrificing and this whole martyrdom mindset, right? To feel good or to feel worthy or enough or seen or heard or loved, any of that, knowing that I'm my first source of all of that. And once I give myself all those things and prioritize me and my pleasure, then I show up so much better and full and whole for others, not accepting less than my worth. So, again, those core values really help me align with a new success. Success as I defined it for myself versus what the world told me success was, right? A good job, a husband, this amount of money, all these things that once I attained those things, I realized that I was depressed and it wasn't my success, right? And so then slowing down, being still, stopping enough to say, okay, let me make some decisions that feel good within my body, that my body is saying yes to. And so a part of that journey was leaving my career, right, as a financial analyst with the Fortune 500 company, which I've talked about, right, in the oil and gas industry. So I took a huge pay cut for that job, right, to pursue my purpose, which I've shared is to teach and nurture, right? And so becoming an educator and teaching for 8 years eventually paid off more than what I was making in corporate. I just had to be patient, and most importantly, I had to align with my truth and define success for myself. And that felt beautiful. Me knowing and tapping into, wow, this power that I have to teach and nurture that I knew, however, I didn't know. And that I wasn't doing the thing, I was doing what the world had told me, right? Like, go here, make this money, do this. I know that I can be successful in finance and accounting and achieve this. I had no idea, I hadn't fathomed that as an educator, I could also be financially successful and stable and live a beautiful life and more fulfilled and more joyful because I was doing the thing that I was created to do again, which is to teach and nurture. So, and as you all know, I later relocated to Mexico, started my business as a life coach for Integr8 Lyfe, and I'm still living my purpose, my dharma daily as a life coach. I'm teaching the things that I've experienced, that I know, my wisdom, and I am nurturing. So I also talk about my journey to first teaching and nurturing myself, right? And then being able to extend that gift to others, the most beautiful thing. And I absolutely enjoy it because now I get to do that in a space with more liberation, more freedom. I'm not so confined to a system that tells me how I must teach and or nurture, right? So that feels absolutely amazing. So I also learned in my journey, which I share, to relax, right? Something that has been pivotal for me, for my health, and has helped me support my clients, knowing that my abundance, my fruitfulness can come out of relaxation, which the last episode was about rest. And I talked about that, right? Like this capitalistic way of being and thinking that we've all been conditioned to believe, right? In this patriarchy that we must force and do and work hard, always be in our masculine energy. And that's not the case. We have both feminine and masculine energy, right? And we can relax and we can also be fruitful in our relaxation. And I share with you all in the last episode that when I rested is when a lot of my great ideas came. All the things that then I was able to move from this feminine energy of relaxation into this masculine energy and actually create the thing, take action on it, right? However, those ideas of creativity came in my relaxation, right? And so being able to integrate all of this, the stillness, within creating and doing, right? So my being with my doing. And here Integr8 Lyfe is, and here I am continuing to learn how to work all this equipment and do this new thing, which is this podcast, right? I talk about my journey from going to Instagram Live to now being able to show up YouTube Live doing this podcast. And I simply believed that I could. I saw it. I aligned with the people, the networks, the things that I needed to bring it into fruition. And here it is. Again, more of my success, self defined success. And that feels beautiful. So, again, while I've actualized all that I desire, right now I am still having visions, still desiring, And as I do so, I'm continuing to take action. Aligned action is the key, according to my core values and the timing that it comes up and that divine leads me to do the thing. And I can say again that I feel more successful than I have ever felt because I'm honoring my truth and doing what lights me up on the inside, right? Again, this self defined success. So, as you were contemplating Michelle Obama's quote, I invite you to make yourself comfortable, still, and relaxed. Either you can lay down, you can sit up in lotus pose, you can sit in a chair with your feet grounded on the floor, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Today's breath is a relaxed triactive breath. So we'll begin with an inhale into the belly. And then the second inhale will be in the chest. And then you will exhale out of the mouth. And so we'll do that again just to show you. Inhale into the belly. Inhale into the chest. So they raise one at a time and then exhale out of the mouth. Awesome. So I invite you to place your right hand on your chest so you feel it when you're breathing. Make sure it's rising, right? And then your left hand you'll place on your stomach, just so you feel the air that you're breathing in and out. Okay? So in this moment, I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll begin our breath. There you go. Keep going. Good job. Keep it going. A few more times. You've got this. Last time, and you'll hold at the top, holding that breath in. And then you'll slowly release out of your mouth. And holding at the bottom. And take another deep breath and hold at the top. And whenever you are ready, slowly release. And then with your eyes still closed, begin breathing at a slow, deep pace that feels good for you. And imagine a white light, a ball of white light inside of your stomach. See that light begin to slowly expand within you. Allowing this white light to fill your entire body. And once you are illuminated, then imagine this white light expands beyond you until you're surrounded 6 inches around your entire body with this white light. So you're sitting in this white light. And then begin to tune in to the sensations in your body. Feeling what is there. Begin to imagine all the areas of your life, socially, where they are now, financially, spiritually. Just see your life now. Physically, where are you? Professionally, creatively, relationally, your home environment. Just imagine all the areas of your life. And when you hear the word success, notice what comes to your mind, your heart, your body. Success. What thought arises? Maybe there's a smell or feeling that arises. Simply notice what comes up for you, reflecting on all those areas of your life. What do you feel in your body, and where do you feel it? What colors do you see? Success. Does that word have any textures for you? Simply notice. And then coming back to the first thing you imagined when you heard the word success. Notice what it was. Was it you in your current life? Or perhaps it was your parents, or a teacher, or an image of you at school. What first came to mind? Simply notice. And then notice if that initial thought in your mind aligns with the sensations in your body. Did it make you feel more expansive or contracted? Did it make you feel lighter or heavier? And take a deep breath. And place both hands on your heart and ask yourself, do I feel successful? And listen to the response. If yes, Then ask, what feels successful in my life? And if that response was no, then ask your heart, what's my next step to feeling successful? And listen. And as you're either sitting with all the ways your heart feels success or the next steps to take to begin to feel successful, take another deep breath. And say to yourself, thank you. Thank you for showing me the way to my own success. And then begin to imagine yourself doing more of the things that are aligned with what you feel and believe and know success to be within your body and your mind. Imagine yourself living the life socially that feels successful. Just see it. Emotionally that feels successful. Feel into that. Mentally living a life that feels successful. Financially, relationally, having prosperous, fruitful relationships with friends, families, strangers, co-workers, the earth. Feel into that successful relational life. Your home environment. Professionally, really see yourself living success as you choose to define it. And maybe that's letting go of some things that you thought were success. See it and feel how your body feels actualizing success for yourself. And take another deep breath. Feeling success, allowing it to make you lighter, freer, more expansive, more abundant. And when you are ready, I invite you to slowly begin to feel the seat beneath you. Perhaps wiggle your fingers, your toes, stretch, whatever feels good for you. And slowly opening your eyes and coming back into this space when you are ready. And notice how you feel. I encourage you, when we're finished in this space, to perhaps journal what came up for you as it pertains to success and the things you want to release that don't align and the things that you want to invite in by aligning with the energy. And now to complete our mindfulness session for today, please affirm by repeating after me. I define success for myself and live life on my own terms. Good. Let's say that again. I define success for myself and live life on my own terms. Great. One last time. I define success for myself and live life on my own terms. Beautiful. I invite you to be mindful, breathe deep often, and contemplate ways your life is a success based on your own definition. Remember, mindfulness is always available to you every minute of every day. May you use each minute to be mindful. I I'm Dr. Aiko-Douglas, your host, transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to empower you to transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I also encourage you to be mindful of the products you use on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. If you found this podcast through social media, please share which platform in the comments below. Also, remember to like and share on all social media platforms and subscribe to my YouTube channel to follow my journey. And join my exclusive community on Patreon at Integr8 Lyfe. Thank you for tuning in, listening, engaging, and being mindful with me today. Namaste. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 30. It's all about believing the magnificent power of your thoughts.